let's talk about post flop heads up. Okay, so kind of a normal hand. We each have about 20 big blinds, heads up in the 6 max, but this can apply to any game you play, really. We're just going to talk about post flop thinking. We limp, that's totally fine. You can limp or raise. I prefer a raise. I love 10-8 of hearts, but there's nothing wrong with the limp. We flop, second pair. Okay, so we're dealing with second pair post flop. How do we play it? Well, what about a small bet? I love it. Why? Let's talk about that. You're going to get value from a lot of straight draws because there's 2 connectors on the board. You're also going to get value maybe from some flush draws that are out there as well. Okay, so one thing that really helps me when I'm trying to become a better poker player, I'm thinking about what those hands actually are instead of just going, oh, well, there's 2 spades, so there's a flush draw. Because when you actively practice naming cards like Queen 3 of spades, just name some, think of some, and when you do that, it starts to bring the boards to life, and it allows you to become a better player because it will further and increase the speed of your thinking process. Ooh, it's a light bulb moment inside of a light bulb moment. That's pretty damn cool. Okay, he calls, and then we can think about what does he have, straight draw, and then we can bring those hands to life. Queen, we could have like Queen 8 for a gut shot. We do have an 8 blocker, so it's a little less likely, but there's still 12 combinations of Queen 8 out there, very possible. See, all those like little bits of thinking about what someone has, they flow naturally, and so the more you practice that, the more they can just appear out of thin air in your brain while you play. Okay? Then a king comes out. Most people will check back here, and I think that's a fantastic play. I actually prefer this. Ooh, it's small, but why is this good? Now, we had second pair on the flop. Now we have third pair, but why could this play be possibly good? Because there's still value from draws. And that's something that I think when I started out playing poker, I was pretty weak at, was getting value from draws. And then when I started getting better at thinking about the cards, okay, well, Queen 8. Oh, well, we said Queen 8, right? That had 12 combinations. Well, that's an open-ended straight draw now. That would definitely call if we bet 300 here. And then you start to extract value from more hands. So look at this. We got value with second pair on the flop, and now we're getting value with third pair on the turn. I love this. I actually don't know what the player does after this, but I love the way that this hand was played so far. He folds. But by betting 300, we actually give this player a good chance to call us with a lot of draws. 2 spades, we said like Queen 3 of spades, we could say 4 6 of spades, we could say 7 3 of spades. There's tons and tons of stuff. And we know that the maximum amount of hands is out there. Why? We limped pre-flop and he checked in the big blind. He's got everything except really strong hands, which means more value for you post-flop. So this is just a cool light bulb video to kind of practice your thinking process post-flop and to see how we can extract value from our opponents even when we have really, quite frankly, pretty weak hands, second and third pair, yet we're still betting for value. So this is pretty advanced, but something that all of you can benefit from. So I really hope that this helps in your post-flop situations.